Isn't it very strange to think, John, that Paul Pogba and Lloris won World Cup winners' medals?
Yeah. Well, Lloris did okay. Well, he made a mess in the final, name, and I think
he's made a few this year, John.
Pogba, I think, played in 2 matches in the cup final. The semi-final, I thought he played well, and the final he played well.
Yeah.
There was a bit of discipline. He actually played the way he should play all the time. There was a discipline about him in the manner in which he played. But that was only 2 matches. I know it was the World Cup was very, very important, but it was only the 2 matches. Like again, if you look at him last week, even against who did he play last week?
Huddersfield.
Yeah. He just wasn't bothered.
No, I know that.
Like great players don't do that. Have you ever seen Bobby Charlton do that? Have you ever seen Messi do that? Have you ever seen Ronaldo? Not bothered.
No.
Not bothered in a match, Eamon.
Yeah.
Like, again, we spoke early on about what drives these people on. They're never satisfied with the performance. It has to be better. It has to be better all the time. And in Pogba's case, 1 match out of 6.
Yeah.
Because he has talent. He'll play other matches. But the great players, you don't say on their day if they're in the mood, if they're up for it. They just do it week in, week out, match in, match out. So I'd be like you. Well, I wouldn't be in Pogba's corner by any stretch of the imagination.
No. Chris Sutton, who's another former footballer who says interesting things, quote unquote, occasionally, thinks that Manchester United should and Solskjaer should rebuild their whole team around Paul Pogba. Just a final thought, John, they were pretty awful at Huddersfield.
Oh, yeah.
And that club is now in a bad place because it's hard to know who'd want to go there. It's hard to understand or figure out who's going to make the big calls there about who comes in and who goes out. We don't know if Solskjaer has the authority. So it's been a terrible year for Manchester United, and really a kind of almost a culmination of all the bad things that have happened since Ferguson left that club.
Oh, it's straight. Yeah, it's a bit in that spot, Eamon. And there's a lot of talk in the paper last week that Rio Ferdinand might come in as a role, maybe as a director of football.
Yes.
Like what experience does he have in it? Where does that put Solskjaer? Is that Solskjaer's pick? I would doubt it.
Right.
I think we spoke about it a few times, Eamon. What Manchester United need at the moment is a young Ferguson.
Yes.
Coming into the club.
Yeah.
Or a Conte, in my opinion.
Yes.
It's very, it looks very, very, well, Solskjaer has a 3-year contract, Eamon.
Yes.
Is he in charge of it? The players recently, since they were safe and they proved Mourinho wrong, haven't played at all for Solskjaer. So
and
it's a very delicate situation for Manchester United.
And if he gets off to a bad start next season, then it's an interesting call, that one of yours. I haven't seen anyone else say it, but Antonio Conte did a brilliant job at Chelsea, did a brilliant job at Juventus before that, and of course as Italian team manager as well. He's a disciplinarian. He might just be, as you say, the kind of strong-minded person in the mould of an Alex Ferguson who actually might turn the club around, but then he might want to make decisions that Ed Woodward, the chief executive, feels he should make.
Well, that's where they're slipping up, Eamon. I mean, Woodward should be given the decisions to somebody like Conte to get on with the job. If you don't give him the right decision, you can't get on with the job. But if you go back in Conte's situation at Chelsea, actually, it was the players and the press, Eamon, got rid of him. What the players were saying was, we're training too hard, he doesn't like us, he doesn't put his arm around the shoulder, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. All he did was win the league and the cup in 2 seasons. He wouldn't care what the players think. That's what you want. Imagine Ferguson, the players in his days, complaining about, they were trying too hard to do this, that. He'd get them out.
Yep.
And that's what Conte would do. And that's what Manchester United need. I don't think Solskjaer is capable, and I don't think he'd be given the conditions, as you say there, to do what's needed to be done. I don't think it's in him. I mean, he was ideal for what he came in to do, which was to put his arm around and smile on the face because they wanted to show Mourinho was bad in what he did. But it's another different job altogether now, and they need somebody strong, and they need somebody like a young Ferguson or a Conte, in my opinion, to get the job done.
Okay.